lot.
Yeah.
And then you were able to build your followership.
Yeah.
Right? You're able to build your page on Instagram, on Facebook. And then you lost it.
Hey! Ha!
Because I have gone through something similar.
Oh my
so
shield.
I know how painful it can be. But
Painful?
I know that
I saw death.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Tuesday's Conversation. It's your girl Orolua Datela, and I'll be your host for today. I like to I'll be your host for today, even though I know I'm going to be the host. Yes, and I'm not alone. I have this amazing guy, and he's from Kaduna. I have never been to Kaduna. And no, seriously, that's one of the first things that struck me. Struck is the right English.
Yeah.
That struck me about you. You kept introducing yourself like you're from Kaduna. Right. So my first question to you is, what's the best thing to you about Kaduna? But before that, introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi, my name is Phil.
Hi, my name is Phil.
I'm a media personality and a content creator living in Kaduna State, Nigeria. But yeah, I'm also from Kaduna State, Southern Kaduna to be precise.
Like your parents are from Kaduna State?
Yes, both my parents are from Kaduna State.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You can speak Hausa?
Yeah, I can speak Hausa.
Can you say something in Hausa?
What should I say?
Anything, just say something in Hausa to the listeners. Say something nice. Say that the host is pretty. Say it in Kaduna.
Oh, okay.
That's too hard.
I know to sabi.
Introduce yourself in Kaduna, like my name.
I'm trying to remember what host is. I'm trying like the word is because it's not a word we use often in Hausa.
Okay,
yes, so
in Yoruba.
You get. You get. I'm trying to remember. I know it is me.
What the heck is my?
Is it Mekawa or Meka? But I'm
just
sorry,
just use my name. Don't worry, it's fine.
Okay, I should say. What should I say?
Orolua. Just say Orolua is a very fine girl.
Okay. Orolua Kekewa Machiche.
Okay, I don't know what that meant, but yeah. So, what would you say is the best thing about Kaduna for you?
For me, what I love the most about Kaduna is the fact that Kaduna is pretty chilled, right? Like you don't have to do too much.
Like cold?
It is not cold actually, but yeah, we have one of the best weathers when it's hot.
It's really hot.
Yeah,
and when it's cold.
Well, I mean, about the heat in Kaduna is not that extreme. Yeah. Also, the Harmattan in Kaduna is not that extreme compared to other northern states.
Like Jos, right?
Yes, like Jos, yes. So yeah, but like the weather is pretty chilled, and then the city is just pretty chilled. And in Kaduna, there are like areas for everyone.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you want to be very low key, if you don't go out, there's an area that will suit you. If you are someone that you're always outside, if you like to party, you like to club, you like to eat out, there's an area for you. Yes. And then if you only eat out, you don't go to parties, you don't go to events, there's also an area for you. You understand? Yes.
Which of these areas do you stay in?
Well, I stay around Nari High Coast, which is close to Bernawa. So it's like we have a lot of eateries, we have a lot of bars.
Okay. So yeah, like
there are a couple of clubs. Well, not really party place, but like I don't go to parties as much, but I go for events. I love events.
Okay, true.
So like events are my thing, but parties not really. I think I've been to a club only once. And the one time I went to a club was when Opeyemi Famakinwa was in Kaduna.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was kind of like, I don't know, I took him as my guest.
Okay.
So I tried as much as possible to follow him everywhere he goes because but I left him in the club that day because he was in good hands. He was with the reason we went to a club initially was because he met one of his friends that he had known because he served in Kaduna. So
he served in Kaduna. Yes,
he served in Kaduna.
Did you serve?
Yeah.
You cannot remember. Okay, don't worry. Let's keep that out. Let's keep that out. So you introduced yourself as a media personality.
Yeah.
What when you were growing up, like when you're 5 years old and everybody's asking you, what do you want to be in future? Was that what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I've always wanted to be a TV presenter.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Did you have a role model, someone you looked up to?
Not really. Not in the beginning, but as I went on, as I grew older, I started like doing more because when you're a child, you don't really know what you want. You just
Exactly.
speak.
Everybody just tells you, are you a lawyer? Are you a doctor?
Exactly. So at the time when I was really smart, I wanted to be an accountant because my dad was an accountant, right? Then I decided I wanted to be a lawyer because my mom was a lawyer. You understand? But then eventually, my dad got to me and I studied accounting.
Oh, you studied
in Kaduna State
accounting.
University.
Nice.
Yes. So it was like when I was in like secondary school, I started like understand. That's when you like begin to find yourself, especially when you go to boarding school.
Yeah, I went to a boarding school
Exactly,
too.
so you begin to know more about yourself because you're doing what you want or you're making some decisions for yourself, right?
Yeah, that's
So that was when I
true.
decided I wanted to be a TV presenter. At the time, it was just like there were not so many TV presenters. And so I was just like Frank Eduho from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yes,
You understand?
yes.
When I grew up and started observing his personality online, it's just like, meh. None. It's like, no offense, but I just like,
You know why I'm laughing?
it's just
I saw it.
he does so much online.
I saw it. I don't know if you said it yesterday. It was either yesterday or today.
Yeah, very recent. Where someone said he
said
looks like you. Yeah, you understand? Like from where to where? Like, bro, like it's giving like I feel like.
Did you see his response?
Yes, I'm like, bro, you're too old for that. I understand if someone insults you and you insult the person back, I understand. You understand? When people like more mischievous when they do it, people like a lot of people on Twitter do that, and frankly speaking, it makes sense. It's alright because if you come for me, you cannot control my reaction to your bullshit. You understand? So you can offend me. If you offend me, I can decide to forgive. I can decide to offend you back. But you have no control over how I react to that. Right? Yeah. But this is someone who is probably a fan telling you that, oh, see my picture. Oh, people say I look like you. And then you're now like, we are grown, we are adults. There are some things that you like. We are not mean girls anymore. You understand?
I get you.
This is not secondary school. This is not uni.
I personally do not know him. And
no, obviously,
I don't follow his
obviously, I personally don't know him. I don't even follow him.
But I feel like he has a brand or a reputation that he constantly tries to live up to.
Yeah, and he's actually good at starting to do that, but like it's not enough to just be good. You understand? Like, so there are some people that people don't like them. You understand? And that's fine. But then when you already have a personality, that is just not likable, it's a different thing. So yeah.
So it was Frank never Eduho, your role model.
At some point, he was the only person
that was
Frank
really
Eduho,
out in media.
Then eventually we started watching with the adventure, with the evolution and popularity of African magic. I love Ike so much. Ike Osaki Odua.
Oh my goodness!
You understand? Yeah.
That guy, and I'm not even lying. When it comes
he's
to events,
awesome.
When it comes to hosting,
Ike
he's
amazing.
Someone I look up to.
Ike is amazing.
I cannot sing.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody. I cannot sing, but I am this close to registering for Nigerian Idol just to
make Ike.
Like, yeah. Ike is.
Then he's just a total package. Like one would think he's a comedian. And one of the things I love so much about Ike is that as an MC, you need to be funny.
Yes.
At the same time, he's funny, and at the same time, he's not offensive
at all.
A lot of Nigerian comedians, when they are hosting, in the process of trying to be funny, they do, yes, and they make people uncomfortable. I
have watched him host
Ike is just so amazing,
and I've watched him host Nigerian Idol. I watched 2020, 2021, 2022. Yeah. Like, I'm one of those few people that when the year starts, I'm looking out for when is Nigerian Idol starting, because I know Ike. That Ike is going to be.
You didn't even know. Prime Ike, Premium Ike was in like 53 Extra. The first few seasons of 53 Extra before they hired Ecuador.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there was a point where it was him and Ecuador, right? Then Big Brother Africa.
Yeah. Oh, he was there for Big Brother. I did not know.
So there was Big Brother Africa.
There was Big Brother Africa.
And there was Big Brother Nigeria.
Yeah, yes. I remember
so
watching
before
Big
they
Brother
brought back Big Brother Niger, they were doing Big Brother Africa. So he was the host. So when they were doing Big Brother Niger, that was when they brought in Ebuka, because Ebuka was on the first season of Big Brother Niger.
I did not even know.
Yes. So there was like a first season of Big Brother Niger before they now started doing Big Brother Africa back to back. So when they were bringing back Big Brother Niger, Ebuka, who had been on the show, was already a popular event host.
Yeah.
So instead of scouting, he auditioned and he passed. So yeah, that was it. Yeah, so talking about Ebuka, so there was Ebuka, and then Ebuka too. Then there are a couple of women that I feel like are amazing. When you talk about Mo, Moabudu.
Yes.
Oh, I used to watch Moments with Mo. I
Oh my
love Mo,
goodness.
but I love Mo so
Oh,
much. And then Tomike, her energy is on a
it's
different.
always
Yes, it's always on a
like it's
hundred.
always up there.
Yeah, and yeah, pretty much. So like, I've always wanted to be a TV presenter. That
Oh
was like my
nice.
own. And then the coming up of Ebony Life TV
Mm-hmm.
made that passion even stronger because Ebony Life TV had this platform where it's like anybody can just audition, and if you're good enough, they'll hire you. So just being a young, teenager, watching Ebony Life TV every time I'm on holidays just made me felt like, oh, I can just audition,
And
and if I'm
then
good enough, I get in.
this
So
is
like,
it.
I was just googling TV presenting scripts. Sometimes I write myself, and I just rehearse and rehearse and rehearse. But then I was living in Kaduna, and there was no TV station.
Oh,
Yeah, so I was a radio presenter for like 3 years, and I never wanted to be a radio presenter. What made
really?
me eventually succumb to becoming a radio presenter was that there were no TV stations I could internet in Kaduna.
Are there TV stations there now though?
Now, none, nothing,
Wow.
nothing tangible. Most it's just like people that are creating content for YouTube,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
and they are not really consistent, so they
Yeah.
can't, and then they can't afford to pay.
Yes, that's true.
Understand? And at the time, I was not even looking to pay. I was looking to like volunteer. I just
Just
wanted to
volunteer and
have portfolio
gain
and
some
all. Yeah.
experience.
So I was like, oh, it be like
Yes.
na radio. So yeah, it's now started like audition. I said like applying to volunteer actually. The first time I was in 100 level, as I got to 100 level, I was just like, one day after my lectures, I left Castle and I went to Invicta FM, and I just went to, I got there, I met the security guard. I'm like, I have a program I want to pitch.
Are you
I'm
serious?
not joking. I was like, I have a program I want to pitch. Security man look at me like this, was like, do you have an appointment? I say no. And he was kind enough. He opened the door for me, and I was like, okay, so who do I meet? I was like, okay,
See you.
go there.
See you
Someone's
with
here.
your confidence and
I'm
knowledge.
like, sometimes I just sit there and ask myself, what gave me the audacity? So I was like, go there, turn there, tell them that you're looking for head of programs.
Wow.
And I went. Luckily, she was around.
Oh.
Her name was, I don't know if she's still the head of programs at Invicta, but at the time it was Jacqueline. Jacqueline Adibija. She had like a golden voice, and I didn't even know she was the head of program. But she's like,
Did you
she's an
listen to her on the
OAP.
radio?
Yeah, she's an OAP as well, but I didn't know
Yes.
she was the head of program. Yeah. So Jacqueline Adibija, and I went to her office, and it was just surprising how everything was going. Like there were no too many protocols, and I sat with her, and I pitched my program, and I had not been listening to the radio station as much. I will not lie. So after I had pitched my program, she was like, sis, she was like, oh, do I listen to the station? I'm like, yeah, I listen to it. And I was like, oh, so because she's asking because this pitch is similar to one program that
they already do.
I don't know that. I don't know the program. I've never had the program.
Okay.
Understand? I only listen when I'm bored. And then at the time, I think I lost my Android phone. It was stolen. So I had this Palasa phone, and I used to use radio to who body. But
I've been there, done
she
that.
she can't know that I don't watch I don't listen to the stadium to the station because it makes you look unserious.
Exactly.
So I'm like, yeah. I know it's similar, but there is the difference. I don't know what I was saying. I just use English to confuse her. And in my mind, I thought I was smart. I don't know if she understood, but so she was just like, okay, that she now asked me to go back, that I should send her a phone recording of me
hosting like the program.
Yes. So that was like an audition tape.
Are you serious?
I sent it and she never got back to me. Yeah. Anyway,
but I would say it was a really good experience.
Yeah, it was. It
goes to show that if you have enough confidence, at least
you can get into the room. Yeah, right. And if I had waited till I had more insight before doing that, I probably would have, because I didn't even want to get paid. I wanted.
Did you pitch your idea as I want to volunteer intern with you, or I want to like?
No, I think that was the problem. I didn't really
pitch like I want to learn.
When she didn't get back to me, I now sent her a WhatsApp message, and I was like, I'm willing to work for free. I remember sending that message after she didn't get back to me, but she never got back to me, right? So that passed, and then fast forward to 2020 during the lockdown. There was a new station in Kaduna, House of Justice, and it was an online radio. And that's lockdown time. People were really eating it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I applied and I got in. So because of I was still a student then, so I was not hoping that they will give me a once in a week show because school will eventually resume.
True.
And I won't have time. And to my greatest surprise, they gave me a weekday show, like Monday to Friday.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And you were just starting.
I was just starting. So that I started in August. And school didn't resume until January
The following
2020,
year.
2021. So I did that from like August till December. Then January, I was like, okay, I'm ready to hand over to someone. It was just like a normal midday show that almost every radio station have a show like that where you talk about latest trending stories, you do birthday shout outs, sometimes you can open for song requests, sometimes it was like it's just like almost every station. Yeah, almost every, and I didn't have a co-host. So
it was just strictly me.
Yes, it was my thing. So when I now resumed school, I was hoping they would give it to someone else, but they were like, oh,
they still want you to continue.
That we can make it an evening show.
Oh, nice.
The show started to dip from there because I could not be consistent. And then at some point I was like, oh, I needed a co-host, and I was not wise enough. I want to go and pick a co-host that was still a student because they left it in my hand. They asked me to recommend. I recommended someone and I pushed her to like audition and apply, and she got in, but she was still a student.
So you were both inconsistent.
Yes, we were both inconsistent. Some days I'm not going down. I call, hope you can make it. She's like, oh, I can't make it. I'm like, you understand? Then, yeah. So they hired me full time at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I now left.
And you were getting paid?
Yes, I was now getting paid.
Nice.
And then I now left them, and then I now started working at another radio station, High FM, until last year, October. Yeah, October last year, that was when I resigned. And since then, it was freelancing.
So you don't do radios anymore?
I don't do radio anymore. Radio, I don't know if it is radio in Nigeria, but radio in the north is hard. Like it's hard. Like so many hours, and I don't know if it is Nigeria or it's just Kaduna, but the radio stations that I have worked in, that is like 2. And then I have colleagues in other stations as well. It's like they don't make as much as they need to.
Okay.
So sometimes you are owed salaries for months.
Okay.
You understand? And then how much is the salary? 35k, 40k. And then you are still not paid. 2 months, 3 months, 4 months.
I completely get that.
You get it? So I'm just like, so, and then before I resigned, and actually, so when I started making content,
I was just going to ask you, how then did you move from there?
So when I started making, so I was still working in radio station when I started creating content.
Okay. You
understand? But so when I started making content around Kaduna, at the time, I'm not going to say I was the first to start making content around Kaduna, but when video content became a thing, I was the first person in Kaduna. So I was getting gigs.
Okay.
You understand? So they don't come as often as they do now.
Okay.
But I was getting gigs. So it just was like, I don't need this.
Was there any one gig that you did not expect to get, and when it came, it felt like, oh my god, have I made it?
Yeah.
Like any really
well I mean, do you really expect any gig?
well
to be honest, most times it just fall into your lap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So was that one that you were not expecting and it came and it's like, oh my god, I got this?
Was there any gig I was not expecting? To be like I said, you don't really expect any gig, but for me, I would say like the gigs that I was so grateful for was 2 actually.
Okay.
Right? 2 or rather 3. So the first one was when I got the Med Plus gig.
Okay.
And then the second one was when I got the Cafe One gig.
Yeah.
And then I got the K Beauty Bar gig. So the K Beauty Bar is a skincare store in Kaduna.
Okay.
But of all the Kaduna brands I had worked with at the time, K Beauty Bar was the only one that did not price my race card. So most time if I sell my race card, they were like, this thing is too much. Oh, let me pay. Let's do. Can we do? You understand? But K Beauty Bar, I just sent the race card. I was like, okay, she's ready, because the way my race card is under the rates, there is now like terms and conditions. You must pay 70% deposit. So I was like, okay, so 70% of this one is this. Okay, send your account details.
Wow, straight up.
6. Funny thing, why that is one of my dearest clients is because she was an answer prayer. So that happened in January this year.
Yeah.
I've worked with them twice.
Oh, nice.
So the first time was January this year. So We had met at an event in October.
Okay.
And then she told me about it.
Okay.
That she was still trying to put the store in place and all. So January this year, I wanted to go to Abuja for an audition.
Okay.
I wanted to try out acting.
Okay.
So ITK, that's like, is a film production in Abuja. They are the ones that produced Halita, Still Falling, Sons of the Caliphate, all of that.
Yo, yes, I liked Sons of the
Yeah, so that production company,
yes,
they were having an audition for all the movie projects they were going to do in 2024. So it's just one audition. You come and you audition, and then whenever they are doing a project, they'll go through the audition tapes and look for who to call.
Yes.
So I was like, I need to be here, right? And I was broke as fork, as in the cutlery. So because, and that was because I did a lot of event gigs in December in Kaduna, like a lot of events, because like I said, influencers that can convert in Kaduna are not plenty. So the few of us, December, would they chop money? So the people would even reject some gigs.
At this point,
you understand? So don't worry, it's not serious money. I promise you, it's not. So, but the thing is, most of those December events, they pay like in November.
Okay.
So by December, January, Moti broke by like you understand, like left, right, center. Oh, you understand?
I get that.
And then like 2 days before, because the audition was Friday, Saturday, so I was like, okay, I have to travel on Thursday latest. Wednesday morning, as I woke up, I knelt down. God, please make a way. I am begging you in the name of Jesus. Make a way. And that Wednesday morning, that Wednesday afternoon, sorry, I remember I was looking for what to eat. I was frying yam.
Oh my God.
That was when I was having breakfast, like around 12:01. That was when I just saw her DM. And I saw her DM, I was like, God, I beg me, this one just even get ready to pay. And less than 30 minutes in the conversation, she had paid deposits.
Are you serious?
And that was how I got money to travel.
Oh my God.
I traveled without asking a dime from anybody, because like my parents stay in Abuja. So I didn't even beg for transport. I traveled, I came, I just said, I'm coming to Abuja. I came, and then I even, after even the traveling itself, I even went to like stay with a friend to chill and explore, because I created content. I collaborated with content creators in Abuja. I was Daffy and Chef Simak. So I was like, I went to like stay, you understand? So I now did that before eventually coming back. And I did that. When I did the video, I sent it to them. I sent her the link. I was like, please let me know if there's any correction at all. And she was like, she even sent me a voice note that, God will bless you. I don't have anything. If there's anything you want me to, if you need any information you want to write in the caption, just let me know. She was like, oh, I've seen Shege in the hands of influencers. Thank you so much. God bless you. All of that. So by the time she moved into another store in a bigger mall in Kaduna, she called me again, and this time we were able to negotiate like 3 different contents.
Oh, nice.
For a larger fee. Yeah. How did we get? Hey God, you see how diverting time is going. You do part 1 and part 2.
But I really want us to get into, because you've done a lot.
Yeah.
And then you were able to build your followership.
Yeah.
Like you're able to build your page on Instagram, on Facebook. And then you lost it.
Hey!
Because I have gone through something similar. So I know how painful it can be. But
painful?
I know that
I saw death.
I know that your followership was how many have you gotten at that time? I
was counting down to 10K. I was like 9,100 on Instagram. On Facebook, I was like 6 point something K. And I had just became eligible to monetize on Facebook. I had just registered, like input my details for monetization. So I had like my Facebook account and I had my Facebook page. On my account, when I said I was posting on my account, on my account I had grown to like 13K Facebook followers. But so I now met someone that was like, oh, if you have a Facebook page, that was before Facebook monetization came to Kaduna.
Yes.
So I met someone that was like, oh, if you have a Facebook page, you can add an admin that is not in Nigeria, and then and then you can just be posting and creating your contents. Then that admin you added from another country in an eligible country can now apply to be monetized when you have reached the eligibility. So I have an auntie in the UK, and I called her. I'm like, okay, so I heard about this, and then she now did her research and told me that, oh yeah, it can actually work. So I now added her as an admin. So I now created the page, sorry, and then I now added her as an admin. And then I built the page from scratch. So it was the page I built from scratch that was now 5 points, I mean 6 point something at the time I lost it. So I lost page, account, everything gone because they were connected. So I'm not really a Facebook person.
Yeah.
I'm not really active on Facebook. So what I did was I linked my account. So once I post on Instagram, it automatically goes to Facebook. Yes, and it was people were watching, it was growing, like people were enjoying the content. You understand? I didn't know that there were so many Kaduna people on Facebook, right? And my content was just good. People were enjoying it. It's like some were going viral and all. So I was like, okay, thank you, Meta, for this feature because now I can build. And there are several other creators, even like Opeyemi Famakinwa too. Like that's what he does. Like so, it just goes, and then the community just keeps building on Facebook, and
you don't even have
you don't have to be there. You understand? So that's I'll come on Facebook, and in like 10 minutes, I'll reply comments of like 2 weeks.
Wow.
Worth of content, you understand? And I post every day. You understand? So that was not happening, and then I now lost it. So the eligibility is like 5k followers.
Walk me through how you lost it.
Okay. So here's the thing. I had just created my business page.
Okay.
Which is a Dream Junkyard. So that's my company. It's an event and media company. So we like shoot ads, create content, handle social media management. We run social media campaigns. We do consultations. So if you want to run a social media campaign, we can recommend influencers or people you can work with and how to get like the best results from a social media campaign. So basically just everything media and events. So I had an account before, but in December last year, my Facebook account was restricted a lot. So my Instagram account rather was restricted a lot. So what that means is I can't comment, I can't like, and I can't put captions when I'm posting a video. But it's just like for like 7 days. And then but there was a point where it was happening every month. So I converted my business account to a backup account. When that was happening, so that I can comment and engage with the comments, right? So I didn't see the need to open another business account until in September this year when we're having our first project, because it was this year I registered the company. So before we were just operating as a normal business, we're not registered at all. So when we now I created the account like 2 days to the event, and I made like 50 posts in just 2 days, and I was getting messages that I was ignoring it. So the thing is, that was the account that had problem, my business account, the dreamjunkyard.ng. So apparently they flagged some of the posts as spam, and then someone hacked the accounts. But because those 3 accounts now were created on the same device, so they had the same IP address. So it feels like when one has a problem, because another thing was that if I block someone on my personal page, in those 3 pages, I cannot access the person's account. So if someone blocks any of those 3 accounts, the other 2 accounts cannot access. You understand? So that was it. So that was the reason. So the business account had a problem, and then all the accounts were affected. And then because all these 3 accounts were linked to my Facebook account, which were all the pages. So that was how I literally lost everything. Crazy story. This account was taken down on Saturday, 14th of September. My friend and myself and
2 months ago.
No, 1 month ago. This October it will be 2 months this November. So my friend, myself and Joshua walk about foodie. We had, and I think Dora too. Just like me and my content creator friends, we decided to do a challenge, posting 3 times a day for 2 weeks, so that we can push towards 10k, because all of us were like almost at 10k. So we're supposed to. So I lost my account on Saturday. We're supposed to start that challenge on Monday.
Oh my goodness!
You understand? So I was devastated. I will not lie. But then the good thing, or what really even helped me have some level of sanity, was I had TikTok. And my TikTok had been growing even faster.
You, TikTok is not Meta.
Exactly. Even faster. My TikTok has been growing even faster than my Instagram. Right? So that's why I always tell content creators, post everywhere. One of the things that I'm still struggling with is YouTube Shorts. But most times when I post on Instagram first, automatically goes to Facebook. Then I
Yeah.
go on TikTok and I post, and then I'm supposed to be posting on YouTube Shorts. But I'm just so sometimes I post, sometimes I don't post. But I had that TikTok on lockdown. Like I have a community. Like I can do an event with my TikTok followers.
Alone.
Yes, you understand. So in my rates card, TikTok
TikTok
is more expensive.
I guess
You
that.
understand?
Yeah.
And to be honest, I also tried. I also put in work to
But
build
TikTok
that
does not give you
community.
as much like issues when it comes to restrictions and all that.
No, it doesn't.
Instagram.
It doesn't. TikTok issue is just that sometimes the algorithm will work against you in the sense that you can have 50K followers and you're having like six
Six
views
views.
or 100 views. You understand?
Yeah, I get
And then
that.
I've been in a situation where I had collected influencing money. I posted the video, it was like one something views. After 2 days, I deleted the video and posted it again. After 1 week, it has still not gotten 500 views. She won't shape it for me. Am I cost? Is the video cost?
Please tell me put your money.
As a top you, I don't say we lock up. Oh. We lock up. Let's just proceed with this. See that.
Oh my
So
goodness. I have to wonder because I had lost my podcast episodes in August, and needless to say,
how many episodes?
almost 50 episodes.
A whole season. That's like 3 seasons.
That's like 2 seasons. I was going into the third season.
Oh my god.
Right? And I was
And there was no backup.
and there was no backup
My
because I
God.
had changed phones.
Yeah.
It was so when I heard you say that you had I really wanted to understand how were you able to get back up and start posting again?
It was my friend, actually. So I have a friend. He's also a content creator, Habiba. So my account got disabled on the 14th of September.
Okay.
That same
The
day,
fact that you even remember the date, you said
you cannot forget. Ask anybody that their account was you cannot forget. Right? So that's it. Immediately I got the account. I was forming hard guy. As I saw it, I was like, come on for road. I now used my second phone. I opened another account
Right,
immediately. I now logged in. I now like changed as I changed the details, put my picture, put the name. They now took that one down.
Again?
They said this account
cannot be this
details
username
is similar
to-
to an account we disabled. And they took it
Wow.
down. It's like, that's so. I beg, come on now, come on. So I was not on Instagram, but I was still creating content.
Okay.
Me and Josh will create content together, and then when we edit, I'll post on TikTok, he'll post on Facebook, he'll post on Instagram.
Okay.
Right? So one day, Habiba just sent me a message. I don't know, I sent her a message. I was asking her for something. And then she was not like, the next time I come online, I want to see you. I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. She was like, you are a brand. Kinikan. She just talk. And I mean, don't tell her, but I'm scared of her. so, so she used to threaten me. She's badly
those
behaved.
threats
So that was like, okay. So I was like, so that account they took down, they wanted me to like show my face. But I didn't want to show my face because I don't want it to like conflict, because I was still having, there was this delusion in my head that I'm going to get that other accounts back.
Yeah.
So after that whole conversation, I was like, you know what? So hell with it. So I now did the whole face thing, and then I now got the account, and then I created a new Facebook account.
Okay.
And then created a new Facebook page. And then I started. Then a few weeks after, the account was disabled again.
Is this your
This new
third
account? No.
account?
The same account. But this time around, they gave me a chance to appeal.
Okay.
So immediately I appealed. They brought back the account, but then they took down the Facebook as well. And I appealed the Facebook. They gave me back the Facebook account, but I still can't find the page on the account. So right now I don't have a Facebook presence, because I opened the account with one type of name. My main concern was the page. So it was just the page I was using. Like, there's no friends on the account, there's no profile picture, nothing. It's not even my real name, self. You understand? So it's just like, that's just where I am right now, and I really don't know what to do. I don't have all the answers. I don't know if I'm ever going to get on Facebook again. Like, I don't even know what the solution is, but like Meta is really, really kicking us in the behind, because I have a friend that's Same thing, her account was disabled. She opened a new one. The new one was disabled as well. So right now she's not on Instagram at all. She's
If there
just
was
doing TikTok.
something you could have done differently between, say, maybe a month or a week before they disabled and right immediately after they disabled, what would you have done differently?
A lot of accounts were getting disabled that period. I don't know what made me assume that I was safe, but then if you look at it, I was actually safe. It's just because my account was linked to my business account. So I think one thing that I tell other content creators to do right now is just pay for Meta Verified, because I don't know, but I heard that if you're using Meta Verified,
You're a
you
lot
have
safer.
access to you have access to a customer care representative if
Oh,
anything happens. So instead of, because right now you're just sending emails, I'm just sending emails to robots and hoping that they'll verify whatever is going on. You understand? So if you're verified, you can always, so yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know how true it is, because there are verified people that their accounts have been taken down as well. But I think verification, and then maybe like disconnect all the accounts from your account center. If you have different accounts that are links, just disconnect them from your account center, so that if you lose one, you won't lose all. Because
all
had
right.
even I had even I even lost my personal account, the backup account I had at the time was already like almost 200 followers,
Mm-hmm.
right? So losing both of them meant
At
I
the
had to
same
start from
time,
scratch,
I'm sure.
and that one also had some contents that I posted while, you understand. So it was not like
But you didn't
totally
lose all
lose.
your content because you already had
I
some
lost
on.
all. I lost most of my content, because when I started, my phone was 32 gig. Then I graduated to 64
Oh,
gig. Then I graduated to
oh,
128 gig. Then I
oh,
graduated to 256. You understand? So it's like at the early stages, as I'm posting, I'm deleting. So there was no
yeah,
backup. You understand? Right now, there's no
yeah.
backup except for TikTok.
How did that make you feel though? Losing everything you had worked for.
It's so hard. Right now, I'm still coming to terms with it. When I got accepted into the Creator Economy Incubation Program, after I met everyone here, I felt like I didn't deserve to be here, because some of the people I had met in the Creator program, I had known them before, and it feels like there was like a criteria,
Mm-hmm.
even though I had like TikTok going on for me, but like I have always maintained that Instagram was the primary.
Please.
Yes, it was like the professional place. Like there are some brands that won't work with you if your audience is only on TikTok. Like I don't know, but I just felt like Instagram was just very like professional content creation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was really, really hard, but I'm meeting people like that have like, when and then like, so there are some people on the Creator Economic Creation program that I had known before coming on board, right? I had known Sarah Corey. I was following her.
Okay.
Praise, I was following Praise. I had known Paul. I wasn't following Paul though, but I had known Paul. I had known Timilade. I was
Mm-hmm.
following Timilade actually. We're following each other on Instagram. Who again was there that I had known before coming? I can't recall. I think it was just these five people, right? So, okay, Debbie.
Yeah.
Debbie is like, Debbie, their family house is in Kaduna. So like I
Okay.
know Debbie, like she's like a sister. So we have always been following each other. And then even with this new account, she's one of the first people that
Just
like
start
followed and
following
followed back. They have carried my account, please.
you.
I've come again. You understand? So looking at all these people, if I had my account, it would have just
Felt like
it would have, yeah, I would have just felt better and felt more confident.
I get
You
that.
understand? Because it took me a while before I even started speaking and asking questions, because I just felt like, if you talk now, how
And then
many
they ask
followers do you
you
even have?
and then they ask you to open your
1K.
account.
You understand? So it was just a lot, right? And I had a lot of like influencing deals that pulled out. And I don't know, for some reason I just assumed that, I have 9K followers. If I get a new account, I should be able to get like 3K or 5K in
Right
a month. You
immediately.
get, because I mean I already have ha come on show. Come on show.
You're
Come on
speaking
show.
Yoruba.
Ha! Hmm. My sister.
So there's this thing about how that if you don't post often, people forget you. Do you think that's what happened?
Yeah, yeah. If you don't post often, if you don't post often, you can't build a community if you're not consistent. But the thing is, a lot of people think consistency is posting every day.
Okay.
Consistency is not posting every day. Consistency is creating a schedule and sticking to it. So
I agree.
your
One
schedule can
hundred percent, I agree.
thank you. Your schedule can be once every day. Your schedule can be twice daily. Your schedule can be as the spirit leads. Your schedule can be
Once
three
every
times a week.
actually.
Your schedule can be 4 times a week. Your schedule can be every Sunday. But just showing up consistently
Yes.
and sticking to that schedule, that is what consistency is. I mean, there are some people like Opeyemi Famakinwa and Tomike, in a day they can post like 5 times. And that is because like they have gas. They have energy, like literally, and they don't overthink. So me, I overthink, like, make I just leave am in case I don't get waiting to post tomorrow. You understand?
I completely get
Yeah.
that because I know that being a content creator and having to constantly put yourself out there and doing that for so long, and it feels like you've built a community, you've built something, and that just gets taken away from you.
Yeah.
I mean, it really affects you. So we are rounding up now, right? We are winding down now. There's this.
I don't want to talk.
I don't even know how long it's been right
Yeah.
now. But there's this thing we usually do on the show.
Okay.
I just started it right, but it's where we have random questions.
Oh, right.
I
Sign me
actually
up.
have a couple of them, but
Okay.
I don't know how. Despite my 3 bags that I brought here, I did not bring it. Right. So I'm just going to have to pluck
Okay.
something
From your brain.
from my head.
Yeah.
Right. So if there was someone, right, if there was someone that you could have access to, right, in the content creation or in the media space, doesn't even have to be Nigeria, right? If there was someone you could have like full blown access to, probably learn from them or get to meet them or vibe with their content or something, who would that be for you? Is there or probably I should rephrase it. Is there someone you
No, you
look
don't. You
up
don't need
to?
to. You don't need to rephrase it.
Okay, you already have an answer.
The thing is, when it comes to Nigerian content creators, most of the people. Sorry, when it comes to Nigerian content creators, most of the people that I looked up to, I now have access to them.
Oh,
Yeah.
see you.
So, Opeyemi Famakinwa, we chat
Why
on
do you
WhatsApp.
know that you have mentioned Opeyemi Famakinwa like 3 or 4 times in this podcast?
I observed, and that is
Is there
because
something about him that really resonates with you?
I love him so much.
You love food, you love him, you
I
love his
love
content.
him. Yes, I love him because. So the thing is, Opeyemi is one of those people that social media love to hate.
Okay.
You understand? But people don't know him, right? So people thought that I had known Opeyemi Famakin before he came to Kaduna, but that
Okay.
was not the case. So he just made a video on TikTok and Instagram that is coming to Kaduna and just, and if there are content creators, they shoot him up, and someone mentioned me in the post. So if he's watching this video, this is the first time he's going to hear this gist. So let me get right into it. Let me try and be snappy.
Okay.
So this is long ago. So I top time. So yeah, someone tagged me to the comment, and when I saw it, I was like, am I ready for this? I was like, you know what? How bad could it be?
exactly.
Right? So I sent him a message on
DM.
TikTok.
Okay.
Yes. So I was following him on TikTok, but I was not following him on Instagram because Instagram,
I get
everybody's a celebrity. You know what people that you are following to be more than your followers.
I get
Especially as an upcoming content creator.
Exactly.
My followers had to reach like 5K before I allowed my following to enter 1K. Do you understand? So my followers, I had like 4,000 followers. My followers, my following was always 900, and so I did not allow it to enter 1K. So I was not following him on Instagram. So if I like your content very well, and if I any for the content creators that I love so much, I was like, I just check, I do on TikTok, I follow them on TikTok because TikTok it doesn't really matter because another thing was my page was growing very fast on TikTok.
Yes, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and then on TikTok, if you're not a creator, I don't follow you. I don't care how close we are.
Are you serious?
Yes, because if I'm, why am I following you?
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm a content creator. If you're following me, I'm feeding you, I'm entertaining you. But if you're not, I don't care how close you are. If you're not a content creator on TikTok,
I did get that.
Because we cannot chat on TikTok.
I did get
I mean,
that.
we can chat, but we cannot send picture. So, like my friends, my G's from secondary school, uni, primary school, follow me on Instagram, I'll follow you back. You understand? But follow me on Twitter, I follow you back. You should have my WhatsApp number safe if we are close. But on TikTok, you're not posting. OJ Farabale, please.
But it's actually true, though.
You understand? Exactly.
There's nothing
so
I'm getting.
I was following him on TikTok. After I saw that post, I messaged him on TikTok after I saw that post. Then and that was it was after that post I now followed him on Instagram, and then I saw that he had posted the same video on Instagram. So what I now did was I copied the link to that post and I posted on my WhatsApp status.
Okay.
I'm like, guys, please go and tag me under this post.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
And then some people are not on TikTok. So I went to Instagram, I copied the link. You're not on TikTok, here's the Instagram link. You understand? So when we met,
it was so
yes, when we met, he was now like, oh, that I got that a lot of people were tagging me. I wanted to tell you about. I was like, no,
there's no need.
Let's have some fun. I was like, so if you're listening to this podcast, this is going to be the first time he's hearing this.
But how was the experience with him?
It was divine. It was divine. It was divine. It exceeded my expectations because I didn't think he was going to be that
open.
No, that concerned. I didn't think he was going to say my papa like that.
Oh,
you understand? So when he now replied my DM, I was like, how can I? Because I saw some of my colleagues in the comment section. You understand? So how can he? What will I do to make him pick me over these people? Because some of them at the time they had followers more than me. You understand? So I'm like, what can I do that will make this man to say this is my guy amongst all the other people that are probably sending him DMs? So when he reached out to me, I told him, okay, what I said, how old you and I told him that, oh, so I'm thinking that since you're not, because the airport in Kaduna it does not function every day. So it was like he will fly to Abuja. Story for another day. Please, time is going. Let me tell my story. so he flew to Abuja, and they was like, okay, he will use the train to Kaduna. So I was like, okay, since you're using the train, I'll go and scout for hotels and I'll get back to you because he gave me his budget for hotel and everything. But then when you're coming, I'll come and pick you up from the train station. And when I was like, send me your email. So he gave me his email address, and then I did like a spreadsheet presentation of like, oh, so this is what we're going to do. These are the places you can visit. Kinika.
I sent it to him.
See, you have to be ready.
Oh my goodness.
You have to be ready. If I tell you what I went through to apply for Creators Economy Incubation Program, I was very, very, you understand? So I get that. See, in this life, you have to come correct. Do what is humanly possible. You understand? Yeah. Go all out. So I did that, all of that. I mean, I think I can't bring him away though, but he won't tell me. I think I cannot bring him away because, like,
the fact they even preferred spreadsheet and everything.
You understand? Yeah. So, yeah, that was it. And then we worked together. When I went, I don't drive, I don't have a car, so I went with like one of my drivers, and I was like expecting that. So one thing I was like expecting that, like, oh, like, let's just go through some hotels. You understand? But the first hotel we went to, he checked the room and was like, let him go in that. No bahala. And you will not believe, but like, he was so that he's not hard to impress. Like he Opeyemi flew back because of me. I'm serious. So like after that, like we just begin to like spoke and everything, and then he said something that stuck with me. So there was a time we're having a conversation, right? And he told me that he has seen my page and everything, and was like, he told me that you have the potential to be the biggest content creator and influencer in Kaduna State and the North.
Oh my God.
He said, I mean, like, if any brand wants to be in Kaduna, wants to come to Kaduna or needs creators, influencers in Kaduna, you will be the first name on the call sheet. You have that potential. And he said, but you are not hungry. You see that thing he told me?
You
Put it in my left hand. I held it. So he kept on saying that.
The fact that I even just said it word for word.
Exactly. Me. Like it stuck with me because at the time I didn't know what I was doing. You understand? And then so like the people around me always tell me that, oh, don't put the Kaduna tag on you because like there's no money in Kaduna. People hear that you're Kaduna, it limits opportunities. And to be honest, it's true. I'm not going to lie.
It's true in some ways, but then it's also one of the things that also attract people to you.
Exactly. So the thing is, most of the people that were creating content around Kaduna, they stopped because they didn't want the tag of Kaduna content creator. Because even like when I had like the creators day out in Kaduna, a lot of people mentioned it as well that like don't put your eyes on Kaduna or you understand. So at the time, I didn't really know what I was doing because when I started, I started making talk videos and rant videos, and I wanted to be like Olushola or Bankole or who else? You know, just sit down in your house, make a video and talk about something, try to make it funny and fun. And it was not really doing well, but I had done my research and I knew that, it was going to take me time. You understand? I also doing my research before I took content creation seriously. I also learned that when you're starting out, do everything that comes to your mind.
Yeah.
So I followed somebody to Central Markets. It's not even that. It's not as though I went to Central Markets. This person say, oh, I'm going to Central Markets. Oh, you have car. No, just go. And it's missing I do for house. And I did a vlog and I posted it. Yes. And he gave me the views that 10 videos have not given me. And then where was the next place I went to? Somewhere I forgotten in Kaduna again, and I did a vlog. I posted.
This is what people want to see.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And that was how it started. It's not like I set out to be a Kaduna, because one of the reasons why I did that Central Market vlog was right from the get-go. I've always known that like, I'm not going to be ashamed to say I'm in Kaduna. There are some content creators that are in this Kaduna, but in their bio is Abuja. You know now. Even so you see, let me tell you, some of your favorite Abuja content creators, they are living in Nasarawa. They are living in Maraba Yanya. See, leave this scene. Even some of your Lagos content creators are living in Ota.
You don't have
Okay. It's a secret. Sorry. You understand? So I was like, I'm not going to like hide it. You understand? And to the glory of God, I got to a point where I was taking Abuja gigs. 2-3 hours by road. I'd send money and we come and do the work. Right? So when all of that happened at that time, and it was amazing. And you would think that, he was just whining me.
Yeah.
And when the first day Opeyemi left Kaduna, I escorted him to the park because I was like, let's travel by road instead of the train. You understand? Because he didn't want to, he was doing like an online class or an online course.
Okay.
So he couldn't travel early.
Okay.
And the next train was like in the evening or something like that. So it's like he had a party or something in Abuja that is all like, just follow road. I promise you it's not that bad. So went to the road and chatted and everything. The next morning, I saw iMessage. Content creator, how far you did on Instagram post. I'm like, kill me. Please, I've not shot anything. Which one? When did that one start? But yeah, so he has like sometimes he just send me a message. I was like, this is when I was doing the creators day out. When we started like the social media campaign of him, when we started posting that we are planning this thing and it's coming soon. He sent me a message. I'm like, is this you the one to? I'm like, I'm the convener and all. And was like, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, it's not that deep. I was like, what do you need? I'm like, God, I don't need anything. Please leave me alone. I don't need anything for now. I don't need anything because like he has been like, yes. So like, I don't need anything. Don't worry, the big projects where your money is needed is coming. So that one I wanted to like, I singularly not singularly, my friends helped me. Or like,
but
yes, because so there are bigger projects where I will need his type of money.
Yeah.
So uncle, just calm down.
Just calm down.
I will call you.
But that's good.
So and then after the event, when he saw like the content, send me a message, said a lot of things like, I'm proud of you, and like,
oh my goodness,
it made me tear. So like,
you have been doing this. You have been doing this since.
No, it's not tears, it's sunscreen.
Okay.
So sunscreen have entered my eye. So he's like, He's like a big brother I never had. I mean, like I have one big brother.
Obviously.
Yeah, but like he's like an extra big brother. Like God just look at me and say, "Look at you. You want to do content? Well, just take this one. Let him just help your life."
No, but
You
that's
understand?
really
So
good.
there are some decisions I can't make if I've not spoken to a parent.
Was
Not
that, he was
because
aware when your page went down? When
when
you
my
lost your page?
yes, I reached out to him. So not there are some decisions I can't make without without talking to Opeyemi. Not because I've become dependent on him, but because I know that with his level of
Guidance.
experience, and his wealth of knowledge, he's going to give me perspective I did not think about before.
Yeah.
And one thing I've learned from him is not to prioritize money. You understand? Should I give this story?
Good. No, there's never happened. I'm watching
I'll give you the story off camera. Don't worry.
So sure that we have gone past our time.
We have got. You have to do one part, other part.
Honestly, because we started this and you asked me how long, and I'm like 15 minutes.
It's like you do part 3, sorry.
We'll be done.
Yeah.
But we are currently at the Creator Incubator program.
Yeah.
And we're rounding up, right?
Yeah.
So how's the experience been for you?
Awesome. It has been, well, in one word, I would say humbling.
Okay.
It has been humbling because it was, like I said, I didn't think I was going to get in, because I think a day after I had sent in my application, that was when my pages were taken down. And obviously, they had already mentioned they were going to go through your pages for reference.
Yes.
And
I get that.
so it was, I prayed, I prayed. I even gave prayer points in care group, because I attend family worship center, so we have like care group, is like house fellowship and all. So I even gave prayer requests to
everybody should pray for
everybody
you.
pray for me, and then they were delaying.
I never see this on camera.
Don't try it again.
Like, in my head, I'm like, Abishe.
If you not pick me, you will tell me.
No, it's not like
we regret to inform you. You know.
It's like they don't want to do this thing again, no. Because I had it in my head. So waiting.
Exactly.
It's like this part.
And I was really looking forward to the change of environment, because I was losing my mind, literally. Because I was
going to ask you how Lagos was for you, but
we didn't really explore Lagos because we were just in one place, but it was really good activity, to be honest. It's just that Lekki smells, but God knows best.
The amount of Lagos smells, and this is like you people have never been to the
mainland, the trenches.
Next time, don't worry. So yes, we have come to the end of today's episode. I mean, we have some other engagement.
Yeah, we do.
Very soon. So
we do.
We got to run out of here.
Yeah.
Do you have any last words for people viewing, people listening to you? Probably content creators who have failed at some point and they're finding
you will not fail in Jesus' name.
Men.
So I will say, if you want to, if you're a content creator, or you're struggling, or you want to become a content creator,
or if people feel that anything,
if you feel that content creation, I'll say, one, find yourself or try something new. When I started content creation in 2019, and I was doing YouTube. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I do. I even stopped. I came back in 2021. It's not going. 2022, I came back. I said, now I have come with a niche. I've come with a niche. It did not work. Who is present on my day of joy? You understand? So I was like, and then I was like, and then at that time I was already a media personality in Kaduna, so I was like, my Instagram was kind of professional. I didn't want to post on Instagram, even though I wanted to explore short form content. That was when I got on TikTok. I was not following anybody, so I was like, on TikTok, what for me that time on TikTok, I had the opportunity to throw away every form of shame.
I've heard that TikTok is like that.
You understand? It's not only TikTok. Even if it's Instagram, just a page where your crush, your family members, your friends, nobody is following you yet. So you can show yourself, and you know that get where you touch. You understand? And so I started with TikTok, and then I was like, I need to start posting on Instagram, because I still knew that Instagram was the cocoa. And then it was one night I was like, I'm going to start posting on Instagram. And around 11:45, I set camera and I shot a video saying
I feel
I'm
like
going to
those
start
things always
posting
work in
camera.
the night. It's always in the night
Yes,
that
that you think about your life
exactly.
when you cannot sleep. I was like, so I made a video. I was like, I'm going to start posting on Instagram, and then I posted it around like I edited this. It's like around 12 midnight, I posted the video,
You just
and
want
that
to
was
see.
it. Yes, and that was when I started posting on Instagram, right? So I'll say find the platform. For me, I would advise TikTok because it's easier. Apart from the
Yeah, I
fact
think
that
TikTok is
nobody
really
knows you,
easy.
the algorithm on TikTok is favorable. You know, on Instagram, you have to have followers before your videos can
Before
go
your
far.
videos can go
But
far
TikTok,
fast.
the algorithm, right? So that's one. Secondly, post everywhere. That's what
I
that
think
was
you
that was
said
what
it
saved
earlier.
me when my account was
Yes.
taken down. And then apart from accounts even going down, even if my account was not taken down, I'll tell you post everywhere because if I was not posting on Facebook, I wouldn't have known that there are people that care about my content on
On
Facebook.
Facebook,
You
that's true.
understand?
That's
So
true.
just post everywhere. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and it's just be posting everywhere, right? Um, I would say obviously be consistent, try your best, and then I would say, and one thing I see a lot of content creators making a mistake is be true to yourself. Create content that you enjoy creating, create content that your audience want to see, right? Run your race. Whatever you are doing, don't do it because the next person is doing it.
I say
You
this as
understand?
very often as possible.
Yes, don't do it because
Trend.
if now podcast is raining. If I want to do a podcast because I really want to do a podcast.
Not
And
because it's
yes,
what is
and this is the kind
raining.
of podcast I want to do. This is kind of stories. These are the type of people I want to listen to my podcast. I'm creating a podcast to cater to this group of people. You understand? So not because Ore is doing podcast, Rodney is doing podcast, Jola and FK are doing podcast. Let me go and do podcast. because because the truth, I'm talking too much again. Because the truth is, money might not come, clout, that is the followers, the audience might not come. So you need to have staying power.
Exactly.
So if I
I'm
don't
not even
post
good. I mean,
exactly, if I don't
that's
post
it,
today because of low
really.
views from yesterday, give me 2 days, I'll feel like creating content, I'll feel like posting, even if nobody is watching. It just
Yeah.
like it doesn't take me up to 3 days to feel like I want to create again. That's why I've not been able to do complete 1 month of social media. Because once you take, I want to take a 1 week break. After 2 days, what am I
You're
doing?
already like,
I don't sleep, tired. So let's just shoot it and
and
post. You
just
understand?
post.
Yes.
Yeah, I
So
get that.
yeah, to do
So yeah,
that.
that's it, guys. I mean, be consistent. Post as often as
Let
you
me open
can.
my mic.
Post.
Let me not say anything.
Post as often as you can. Post, yes. And I think I would also add find someone you can look up to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of times you mentioned Opeyemi, even before we started recording, like it's obvious that it's someone that has been really
So sorry.
instrumental.
I
When
want
you
to
say
I
we're
want,
going to
I want to I
document,
want to say something. Yeah.
yes.
I want to say something. Most times when we have access to people, we just feel like a lot of Nigerians don't like to take advantage of their access and their privilege.
Okay.
You understand? I just said that I reach out
I
to
want to say
at the
what makes you say so, but
slightest.
if I do, we are going into another 15 minutes.
Don't worry. At the slightest inconvenience, I'll always send you a message. Sometimes you don't used to reply. Once you to me, don't call him. In short, on his WhatsApp status. No, is it status?
Yeah.
You know that, hey dear, I'm using
Yes,
WhatsApp.
yes, yes.
His own is don't call me, I don't pick calls, send me a message. So it's either Instagram, WhatsApp, or iMessage. There was a point in WhatsApp where I was just it's like he was off WhatsApp that period. You will just see it pa 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 pa. You understand? So like if you have access, because right now there's one of my TikTok followers that I met. She was telling me that she was praying to God to jam me. She wanted to talk to me about something. She had sent a DM, I had replied, and then
Okay.
so we exchanged numbers. I used to see her message every time. When I have strength, I reply. But I always reply. If it take me 1 day, 2 days, 4 weeks, I will still reply. So like if you have access, if you have privilege,
Make use of it.
use it. Oh, it is there for a reason. You understand? So
I have
that's
access
one
to you
thing.
now, so I'm going to use it.
Please feel free.
I am going to use it.
Feel
Yes.
free.
And that's the end of this episode, guys. Thank you so very much, Phil.
Thank you for
You said
having
your
me.
name at the beginning, Abby?
Yes.
Okay, because suddenly I could not remember.
Yes, Phil Badun.
Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you very much, Phil, for
Thank
today's
you.
episode. Thank you very much for listening. You'd see Phil's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok down below, so you can be sure to follow him. Catch you guys later. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening.
How long was that?
Stop halfway.